Yeah, like I always say, you should always build your career around evidence. Evidence is key. You should always show that you know. Don't just talk. You should do more than you talk. So when you're able to show, alongside talking, that's when you stand out. So, and you do that by always make sure you put your code on GitHub with clear readmes. That an employer, if an employer is checking your GitHub, you'll be able to see that, okay, this guy did this project. This was why he was doing this project. This was the problem he was trying to solve, and these are the challenges he was facing before in the course of doing this project. So when you're able to document your project with using clear readmes, it makes it very easy for potential recruiters to be able to get you, and then make you stand out. So it's very important. If possible, you can include demos and videos explaining how your project works and why you were building the project. What was the initial thought process? Why are you building this? Why are you building the project? It's not just You should not just go to build a project because people are building it. You should be able to ask yourself why. You should always strive to understand the why behind every project before even going to the how. It's very important. Yeah, and then also, of course, your portfolio structure. You should also have, for me, these four key things should be on your portfolio. Yeah, about me, project gallery where you highlight your 3 to 5 best projects, and then a blog that you could blog about you could share and showcase what you're working on. It could be a bug that you faced in the course of building your project, and you can write an article about it. That article could be able to help someone that is building that project, and he got stuck somewhere. He can refer to that blog post that you made, and is able to solve his problem. So, and then also you should also have your contact information, your LinkedIn on your portfolio as well, because these are parameters that are going to help the recruiter to easily get to you in case where they see you good enough for a job. You shouldn't make it hard for them to contact you. So all of these aspects should always be on your portfolio. And then also you can also where to deploy your website or your portfolio. Of course, people always complain that the reason why they don't have their portfolio hosted is because they don't have money to pay for hosting. Nowadays is that's not an excuse, because there are a lot of free tools that you can use to deploy your web application or your portfolio. You can use GitHub Pages. You can use Netlify, and then when it possible, you can also use a custom domain. There are cheap extensions that you can use that show credibility. That show your credibility as a potential as a job seeker. And then you can also link it in your resume as well, and even your emails. In the course of for professional branding, you can have your portfolio on your email, on the footer of every email that you send. That way, people are able to look you up and see what you've been working on and what you're doing. So it's very important for you to brand yourself, because when you brand yourself properly, it makes it easier for people to trust you. And when you brand yourself, it also shows how credible you are, because you shouldn't just do things because people are doing, and just don't just do things haphazardly. You should do things the right way and follow the right principles. And then also, like I always say, your LinkedIn is your billboard. Your LinkedIn is your billboard. That's where most recruiters always go to when they are job when they are seeking for employees. They always go to LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn should be very, very catchy. It should be catchy, and then it should include the project you executed. It should be on the feature section of your LinkedIn, and then you should properly brand your LinkedIn. And then, if possible, have a banner with your image, and then also with your portfolio link there as well, such that it makes it easier for any recruiter who is looking at your LinkedIn profile, will just be able to see it, and then see what you've been up to and what you've been doing. Yeah, so make it very easy for you for recruiters to see you by profiling yourself very well on LinkedIn. It's very important for any success in your career, and also particularly for job seekers. Your LinkedIn profile is your gateway to your success, particularly if you're looking in the tech world. Most recruiters, I can say 90% of recruiters, use LinkedIn for recruiting. So the person with the best LinkedIn profile stand a chance of getting a job, and easily a LinkedIn profile that is easily searched and easily reached gets an upper hand. So it's very important for you to profile yourself very well on LinkedIn. Yeah, and then also one of the ways you can profile yourself on LinkedIn is to share it could be your journey, your level, your learning journey on DevOps. It could be particular topics that you enjoy in DevOps that you want to blog about or talk about or post about on LinkedIn. So when you talk about those topics regularly on LinkedIn, you're being pictured as an expert in that domain, and that's how you build credibility. People begin to see that, oh, for this guy to be posting this regularly or consistently, it shows that he has a deep mastery of this topic. So since I have this opportunity, let me reach out to him first and see if he'll be interested. So that's how you get you create connections on LinkedIn. That's how you create connections on LinkedIn, and then you get to connect with other people who share similar thought processes and similar insights with you, and that's how you grow. And we see that once you get there's a job offer, you are and then people, because recruiters use there are particular key terms or key search terms that recruiters use for recruiting. So it could just be for example, maybe cloud security, for example, or monitoring, and maybe you have written a lot of articles or a lot of blog posts or posts on LinkedIn about monitoring. You see that you have an upper hand, because in the LinkedIn search algorithm, you may rank first, and the recruiter may see you first, particularly if it's narrowing down maybe to recruiting DevOps engineers in Boya or recruiting DevOps engineers in Yaoundé. He'll be able to see you first. So, and that's how you'll be able to increase your chances of landing a job, when you're able to position yourself right, and then you keep growing. Yeah, and then you grow your audience and authority. Like I said, when you post regularly, people get to engage with you, and then like-minded people get to connect with you, and then that's how you keep growing your audience, and then your authority keeps increasing, and then people get to see that, okay, for this particular domain, this guy is an expert. He has been posting regularly about it, meaning that he understands this topic, and that's how you keep growing your audience, and then you increase your chances of landing a job, because recruiters are most likely to search you on LinkedIn, and then they're able to get you, and that's how you increase your chances of landing your job easily without having prior experience or having a job experience. Yeah, there are some certifications that help. Like I said, in the field of cloud and DevOps, certifications are optional. Yeah, but they are helpful. So you could go in for AWS certified cloud practitioner or DevOps engineer. You could go for Azure DevOps expert. You could go for certified Kubernetes administrator. So these are not just all the certifications. These are just a few of the certifications that may help in the course of job hunting. Yeah, and then also, as for resume tips, your resume shouldn't be more than one page. Yeah, it shouldn't be more than one page. And then also, you should also always have your skills at the top, and then you should highlight your project. You should not just list the titles. You should highlight the project and then the impact of the project as much as you can. And then also link your portfolio and your GitHub to your resume, so that the recruiter should be able to see you easily, or get across to you easily, or connect with you easily when it arises. So it's very important for you to keep this in mind. Your resume shouldn't be more than one page. Always try. Maximum, if it's coming to the worst, it should be 2 pages. Anything above that is a no. And then some mistakes that you should avoid. Waiting for permissions to build something. Build, make mistakes, break things. And then thinking you need a job to gain experience. No, you don't need a job to gain experience. You can gain experience by building projects, building things, shipping things. That's how you gain experience. Working in teams with your friends, building side projects. That's how you gain experience. Like I always say this to my friends and everyone around me. Like it may sound very, very odd, but I've never had to apply for a job. I've never had to apply for a job. All the companies I've worked with before, and I'm currently working for, they all reached out to me. They reached out to me and asking me to follow the interview process, asking me if I was interested in the job. That was because they saw how valuable I was, and also my projects that I've built so far were what I used to defend in my interview. They always, once I discuss those projects in the interview with the recruiters, they're always very wild, and then that's what always gives me an edge. So it's very important for you as somebody job hunting, always build projects, build interesting projects. If you can build a project and then get 2-3 persons or 5 real users to use the project, and for you to get the impact of the project, and you're able to communicate how valuable that project is, you're going to be able to you're going to get a job easily. Because when you're communicating with the recruiter, the difference between you and somebody who is starting with no experience is that you have been able to build a project end to end. You understand what it takes to build a project. You understand what it takes to get feedback from users and iterate from the feedback. You understand how to maintain a system that is being used by users. So that would have made you different from other people who are job hunting. So it's very important for you to be able to focus on building projects, real world projects, engineering projects. And another mistake that you should avoid is focusing only on tools. You should Tools are only used to solve problems. So you should focus on the problem that the tool is solving, not just on the tools. You should go to ask the question that why was this tool created? What is the problem this tool is solving before you go ahead and using the tool? It's very important, and that's what makes you different from other people and gives you an edge when you're applying for jobs. Yeah. As a daily habit tracker, learn, build, share as much as you can. Share knowledge as much as you can with your friends. It could be something an experience that you had before. You can share it with your friends. I mean, you never know who is impacted at the end. So it's very important. Once you share with your friends, you learn more. So it's very important. And also document what you do as much as you can, because at the end of the day, you're going to use to be able to back up that you know. So it's very important for you to document what you have and what you do. Yeah. Let employers chase you. Yes. So show up where recruiters look. So for example, LinkedIn, GitHub. The recruiters are always actively on GitHub and on LinkedIn scouting for talents and employees, potential employees. So you should always be there as well, so that recruiters can chase you. If you're not visible, you're invisible. Recruiters cannot see you. So you should make yourself visible on these platforms, LinkedIn, GitHub. Also demonstrate consistency and curiosity as you learn, and also as you share your knowledge. These attributes are very important. Document everything, like I said, is very important. To end the conversation, I narrowed some 5 very good repositories that you can use to prepare for interviews, particularly for DevOps Cloud interviews. So these are them. The slides are going to be shared with you. You can go through these repositories. They are very important. It's going to help you as you prepare for interviews. Yeah. So I'll take your questions at this point. Like I said, you don't need a job to start. You just need intentions, execution, and visibility. Yeah. So your portfolio is your proof that you're competent. It's your evidence. Your portfolio is your evidence. Your portfolio is your proof that you are competent. Yeah. So we'll end this for today, and I'll take your questions.
Good morning to everyone. So my question goes as this. Please, can you show us a basic example of what our LinkedIn pages should look like
Oh
in
yeah.
order for us to
Okay. Perfect.
attract
Okay.
employers?
Yeah. Great. Great, Jerome. Let me show mine, and I will show Lois own as an example as well. Just
Okay,
one.
thank you.
Yeah.
Please don't show my own. Don't show,
You should not show your own. My Oga.
don't show my own, I beg. Show
Okay.
your own.
Say that again.
Steph knows mine.
Oh, okay. Just 1 second, guys. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Do you see my profile?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the cover page that I was talking about, or the background image that I was talking about. So here in your case, it could be you, a picture of you, for example, with uh with with your the different cloud tools that you work with. For example, you can put them here, and then also you can also highlight your areas of interest. It could be infrastructure, it could be cloud security, and then you highlight all of those here. But mine, since I run a weekly, that's a newsletter. So I put my newsletter here, and then I put that the engineers, for example, engineers reading my newsletter are from these companies. These are their logos here. And then this is this is the link to my DevOps weekly. That's my newsletter where I blog about DevOps, software engineering, engineering leadership.